Welcome everyone to the 142nd edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I am your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and well, that's not the show I'm talking about. The show I went to last night over at the Emerald Resort and Cape Cod Irish Village. I went to see Micro Wrestling All Stars, little people, and it's a good show. Thought it very entertaining. And right here, I got a autograph by one of the guys there. His name's Meatball, world's biggest little person. That's his gimmick. He had a match. He was also a referee. He did a referee skit. He was pretty entertaining in that as well. He actually refereed an intergender match involving Cactus Crack Manson. Take a guess, any old school wrestling fan will tell you where that name came from. That was Mick Foley's first name when he got into the wrestling business, by the way. It was Jack Manson, not the Crack. It was billed from Arkansas against, forget her name, but Mama. She did like this woman named Mama somebody. Mama Rose, whatever. I gotta look her up. The boss lady, and she had like an outfit of like a cook. Like a woman, like a housekeeper. She had the rolling pin. She brought a cheese grater in the ring, a toaster oven. They brought everything in the ring. Every match had, like, every type of thing, like ladders. No tables, but I got a ladder in there. I saw some ladders in the next match I'll tell you about. But this match, the intergender match, was really good. I thought it was really good. He had good segments. So then I quit match. And, of course, the lady wins. Boss lady wins, beat Cactus Crack. Oh, they were like forks. They used forks and utensils. Like old school hardcore, like Abdullah the Butcher would do when he would use the fork. Pretty good stuff. I had front row tickets, by the way, and I got videos up on this page. I'll retweet them out on my Twitter handle so people can see them, so get a good look there. Well, the main event, let's go to the main event, the Falls Count Anywhere match between Lieutenant Dan, who's doing an Army gimmick, and during the Army gimmick, he's starting out as a babyface, but then he starts turning heel. And, there's a lot of 18 and up language, hard, strong language, because it was an 18 and up plus show. And so, it was against him and the guy Flying Ryan, local Massachusetts guy. Good work, good stuff. A lot of back and forth. They were hitting each other with the lids, trash can lids. They did spot with a ladder. Then Dan jumps off the ladder. Then sets the ladder off of all places right at my feet. And he's going to throw Ryan in. Ryan throws Dan into the thing and goes right, crunches at the ladder right in front of me. His feet are right to me. I can almost touch his feet. But I didn't because, I don't want to get involved. We're jaw-jacking back and forth with everybody, so giving me the fingers and stuff. So that was that. A great match. Then there was a match for the little person's the title at the end. They had like a gimmick battle royal because it was like an interference. The heels came out and attacked him. One of them was named the Nasty Boy, who's doing like a kind of stripper-like gimmick. He's kind of out of shape from Canada. He got involved, and some other guy, I forget his name, I'll have to look it up, but they had like a seven little person ring, micro battle royal, which one of the guys, I'd say it's the rest of all the guys named, the one guy I forget won the title. I'll have to look it up, but that was that. It was a good show all in all. Great crew. Great managers. Played a guy named Huggy Pimp dressed up as a pimp, coming to the ring with some women, and he was like the announcer guy for the whole thing. He was doing like the Joey Styles one announcer, because oddly enough, the guy running the show, name was Ron, I forget his last name, but he was Paul Heyman's right-hand man for ECW, booking the 2300 Ringo, which used to be the Bingo Hall, the ECW arena, as we all know, in South Philly. It's one arena I would love to have gone to see a show at. I mean, I could go see it. We could go see shows there now, like indie shows now, but obviously it's not like ECW. And he said, they took a lot of stuff from ECW into this promotion, Micro Wrestling All-Stars. You can watch it. It's adult. There's a lot of swearing, a lot of hardcore stuff going on. Which was part of what the charm that made ECW popular. If you think about it, WCW and WWF during the Monday Night Wars took stuff from ECW. And obviously Paul Heyman going strong today. I'm a big Heyman fan, as you know. So he's my second favorite manager behind Bobby the Brain Heenan. And obviously he'll be back soon with the Bloodline and all that. But that's for another day. We'll talk about that in a couple days. I'll do a quick Raw review, since I didn't watch NXT last night because I was out. But Raw, main event was Randy Orton versus Ludwig Kaiser. Of course, Orton wins. Great match. Ludwig Kaiser's underrated. And he brawled with Gunther to close the show, Orton did. Set up their match next week at Bash Berlin. They keep alluding to Orton getting closer to Ric Flair and John Cena, tied with the reign because they both have 16. Orton's got 14. If Orton wins 2 more, he's tied. They would think, who's going to pass him? Cena, Orton. Have no idea. Leo Cena's coming back during his farewell tour. I think him and Orton, Cena and Orton for next year's WrestleMania. Not for the title. I don't think it's for a title, but I have an idea they might wrestle in a match. Because the last main event for Cena, last WrestleMania for John Cena, and that was Randy Orton's biggest rival. Even though Randy Orton's staying in WWE for 5 more years, he might break the record by then anyways. Who knows? CM Punk, Drew McIntyre set up their strap match. Good promo by Punk. Punk was talking about, he was at the Fanatics and meeting fans and stuff like that. He's a big fan with the bracelets, because that whole bracelet thing started the whole thing with his wife's April on there. AJ Lee. His wife's April, and dog Larry. Their names are on there. Because like I said, April is the real name of AJ Lee, who used to wrestle for WWE years ago. And Punk came out, and they were there. They made the match official. It'll be a strap match in Berlin. Their last match was really good. I think this is a 3-match series. Probably going to go all the way to Bad Blood in October. So, good way to finish it. It's Fruit of the Year, Punk and McIntyre, without question. Judgment Day, once again, made their presence felt, attacking Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. It's going to be Damian Priest versus Carlito. But that never happened, and, it led to that. They're going to put, I think, Dom through a table. Rhea was, and then Liv showed up, and Liv hit Rhea with his chair. And obviously they're setting up the tag match with Dom and Liv versus Rhea and Damian Priest at Bash at Berlin. So they got the good matches set up for Bash Berlin so far. And probably going to add another 2 more before next Friday. No, next Saturday. Great match. Banger. It had Sheamus and Pete Dunne, so there you go. Sheamus won. Great match, creative finish. Pete Dunne put Sheamus in the turnbuckle. He puts his broken hand in the turnbuckle with his wrist up, puts it in there because it's already cast from last week's when he went with the Shillelagh. Dunne hit Sheamus' leg, so Sheamus' hands all tapped up, puts it in the turnbuckle, it's stuck there. Pete's done his argument with the referee, and all of a sudden Sheamus breaks free, bro kick to Pete Dunne, 1, 2, 3. So, pretty clever finish, I thought. Creative, very creative. That's that. Close on some somber news. Well, this guy lived a long time. Phil Donahue passed away, of course. A pioneer in the talk show business. Probably the first mainstream talk show host in American television. Always had his thing, talked to everybody, every walk of life, you name it, wherever, every country, went around. Based out of New York, he was based out of Chicago. Did some wrestling stuff. Actually, first he did stuff with the AWA, and I think he had Hulk Hogan on in one of his shows. And Adrian Adonis, they were doing something. You go on YouTube, they have it on there. But the one famous episode, and it was actually toward the end of his run, the famous WF episode from 1992 involving Stex's steroids. Obviously Vince McMahon at the time, I know he's non grata now, he's not in the business anymore. But, he was being sued, the company's being sued for sexual acts because he was the owner, and they accused guys like Pat Patterson, who's passed away as well. He was accused of sexually harassing some guys, and Terry Garvin as well. The guy's name is Murray Hodgkinson. Was the guy that they claimed that because he didn't go out with Pat Patterson that he wouldn't get a job. Also, there was Mel Phillips, a ring boy, who was doing kinky stuff. I'm not going to bring it here. We'll just leave it at that. Look him up on YouTube. Google Mel Phillips. You'll find out stuff about him. Also had John Arezzi, talk show host. He has a podcast that does his old shows. He was a big talk show host and promoter in the 80s and 90s. Real good, great historic guy. He knows a lot about the history of wrestling. Obviously, he's promoted tours over the years. Been around a long time. He's a good guy to follow and listen to his follow online or listen to his Pro Wrestling Spotlight retro show he does. Also, he had Bruno Sammartino on the show, and that's when Bruno was anti-Vince, anti-WF, going after him. Superstar Billy Graham was on the show, and he was anti-WWF at the time. Before the guys ended up going to the Hall of Fame, which they deserve to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Bruno's was a legend, obviously, big draw, especially up here in the Northeast. You know, all the people up here. And, of course, Superstar Billy Graham was at his time, big draw as well. Paved the way for Hogan, and Jesse Ventura copied his look blatantly. But, yeah, they were talking about the steroid things and stuff, and Vince was arguing back and forth. Dave Meltzer, obviously, another guy that's kind of polarizing around here. He was on the show. So it's a pretty big time, pretty heavy episode. A lot of people on there. A lot of heavy hitters on there talking. And, Phil did his good doing the show. I'll go back and watch it because pretty interesting in the time of how it happened back then and what, then compared to now and how years later everybody, a lot of them got back in the good graces of Vince. Though Superstar Billy Graham had his falling out at times, but he always ended up back in the good graces. I think Bruno, once he made amends back in I think it was 2013, Bruno stayed in good contact with WWE, stayed in good terms. And also that was when Triple H actually brokered the call, was the one that actually got them to mid fences. So a lot of credit goes to Triple H, Paul Levesque, who's running things right now in WWE. In fact, him. And as Bruno said, don't forget, one of his biggest rivals and friends in real life was Killer Kowalski, who trained Triple H up in Waltham up here. So a lot of history there. Okay, well, that's good. I gotta get going now. It's about 7:10 now, but I'll be talking to you soon. I'll do another show in a couple days, recapping all the other stuff going on in the wrestling world and stuff. Also, thank you for tuning into my Patriot Palace episode show a couple days ago. I'll be doing one of those next week. So, okay, take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.